Hello, welcome once again to Lehto's Law. I'm Steve Lehto. Someone sent me along an email of a story out of New Jersey because we talked about the fact that you have the right to remain silent, but how silent? And I've spoken before about how to behave when you get pulled over by a police officer in a traffic stop. And I've gotten a lot of criticism from people who say, Steve, you don't have to speak to the police at all if you don't want to. And yes, that's true. That's true. So if a police officer pulls you over and says, may I see your license and registration? You may hand those things over and not say a word. And I personally think that simply being polite goes a long way in our society. But if you want to, you can simply refuse to talk. Completely. Absolutely. And here's an example of someone who did just that. Now, it got ugly at first, but then it got better. New Jersey state troopers arrested her for staying silent, and now the state will pay her. The story's out of the New Jersey Advanced Media in Trenton. Now, this story is from 2017, so it's almost 2 years old now. But a woman arrested by two New Jersey state troopers for refusing to answer questions during a traffic stop will receive $30,000 under a settlement with the state. Rebecca Mazzara is a Philadelphia attorney, and she put her right to remain silent to the test after she was pulled over for allegedly speeding on Route 519 in Warren County and ended up in jail. In a recent interview, Mazzara said she hoped the case, which drew national attention after it became public, would become a civil liberties lesson for police and members of the public. She said, hopefully this gives average citizens a little more courage to assert their rights. Dashboard video obtained by the New Jersey Advance showed the two troopers growing increasingly frustrated over getting the silent treatment, and they arrested her for refusing to answer questions. And then, after cuffing her, they informed her she had the right to remain silent, which seems ironic if you think about it. The video showed Mazzara handing over her license and registration and insurance at the start of the traffic stop. So as Trooper Matthew Stazone began asking her questions, he asked her, do you know why you're being pulled over tonight? To which he got no response. After several minutes, the trooper told the woman she was going to be placed under arrest if you don't answer my questions. She then broke the silence to tell the trooper she was an attorney. Hey, I'm an attorney. Once in a while that works, you never know. And did not have to answer questions. He ordered her out of her vehicle and, with the help of another trooper, placed her under arrest. As the two troopers cuffed her and walked her toward a car, Mazzara asked them, are you detaining me because I refuse to speak? To which one of the officers said, yeah. And then the other one said, yeah, obstruction. You're being arrested for obstruction. The troopers placed her in the back of the car, and one of them read her the Miranda warning before taking her to the nearby state police barracks in Washington. Mazzara was detained and questioned at the station before a supervisor told her the troopers had made a mistake and she was free to go. She then filed a federal lawsuit. So hey, that's what happens when you arrest an attorney. Legal experts interviewed by the New Jersey Advance said motorists should follow police orders during traffic stops, but are under no obligation to answer questions thanks to your constitutional protections against self-incrimination. Mazzara's attorney, Kevin Costello, told New Jersey Advance she had requested a formal letter from state police acknowledging the troopers had violated her rights, but court records show the division refused to give her one. The agreement, which was entered into by the parties, reported Wednesday by New Jersey Civil Settlements, which provides a partial list of settlements paid by New Jersey government agencies, was reached earlier but has not yet been approved by a judge. Under the settlement, the state admits no wrongdoing, but they pay money. And frankly, between an apology or cash, I'd probably rather take the cash, especially if it's in a bag with a dollar sign on it. However, Mazzara says she received a different letter from the Office of Professional Standards, which is the division's internal affairs unit, indicating its investigation substantiated her complaints. So she's right. Captain Brian Polite, I wish I was making this up, but I'm not, a state police spokesman, said he could not comment on any correspondence between Mazzara and internal investigators. He said, however, that the troopers involved were given additional training regarding criminal arrests after the incident. A spokesman for the Attorney General's office, which represented the troopers in the civil case, declined to comment. So once again, attorney gets pulled over for speeding, and she provides them the driver's license, registration, proof of insurance, but just doesn't say anything, which apparently offends the police officers who are trying to be nice and strike up a conversation. I'm joking. So they arrest her for it and call it obstruction of justice. And of course, what you're really getting at here is you bruise the ego of two cops, and that's what they do. So it cost them, what, 30 grand? Yeah, seems about right. So there you have it. You have the right to remain silent, just not that silent. Questions or comments, put them below. Let's talk to you later. Bye-bye.